Namaste, angels. I'm here to do the reading for Wednesday, the 26th, which is the day of the new moon in Taurus. Mercury will still be in Aries. It should be exciting. I'm going to go straight to the significant events. In the year 1478, Pazzi conspirators attacked Lorenzo de' Medici and killed Giuliano de' Medici. 1607, the first English colony in America lands at Cape Henry, Virginia. 1920, Harlow Shapley and Herbert D. Curtis hold the great debate on the nature of nebulae galaxies and size of the universe at the U.S. National Academy of Sciences in Washington, D.C. 1945, Marshal Henry Felipe Petain, Petain, leader of France's Vichy collaborationist regime during World War II, is arrested for treason. 1956, the first modern container ship, the Ideal X, capital X, leaves Port Newark in New Jersey for Houston, Texas. 2005, under international pressure, Syria withdraws the last of its 14,000 troop military garrison in Lebanon, ending its 29-year military domination of that country. Did you know Dan Sickles is acquitted of murder on the grounds of temporary insanity? It's the first time this defense is used successfully in the United States, on April 26 in 1859. Famous birthdays: Marcus Aurelius, who is a bust; William Shakespeare; David Hume; John James Audubon; Frederick Law Olmsted; and Jet Li. Famous weddings: 1709, Frisian Viceroy Johann Willem Friso marries Countess Maria Louisa. 1923, English Prince Albert, Duke of York, also called George VI, apparently, who was 27, marries Lady Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon, Master Number 22, at Westminster Abbey. 1946, Father Divine, controversial religious leader, claimed to be God, marries the much younger Edna Rose Richings, a celebrated anniversary in the International Peace Mission movement. 1986, actor, bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger weds newscaster Maria Shriver. 1986, writer Jorge Luis Borges weds author Maria Kodama, 49. Mr. Borges was 86 years old when he wed Maria, who was 49. They got married in Paraguay. Famous divorces: 1994, actor Patrick Dempsey, 28, divorces manager Rocky Parker after nearly 7 years of marriage. 2004, model actress Deborah Falconer, 38, divorces actor Robert Downey Jr., 39, due to irreconcilable differences after 12 years of marriage. Famous deaths: John Wilkes Booth, Broderick Crawford, and Lucille Ball. Lucille Ball was American, a comedian and an actress, the star of sitcoms I Love Lucy, The Desi and Lucy Comedy Hour, The Lucy Show, Here's Lucy, and Life with Lucy, and was one of the most popular and influential stars in the United States during her lifetime. She had one of Hollywood's longest careers. She was born on August 6th in 1911 and was a Leo from Jamestown, New York, USA. She died on April 26th in 1989 at the age of 77 of a heart attack. Broderick Crawford was American and an actor. He's famous for All the King's Men, Born Yesterday, and Big House. He was born on December 9th in 1911 and was a Sagittarius from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. He died on April 26th in 1986 at the age of 74 of a stroke. John Wilkes Booth was American, and he was an assassin. He assassinated President Abraham Lincoln at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. He was born on May 10th in 1838, or 9/11, which is 11. and was a tourist from Bel Air, Maryland, USA. He died on April 26th in 1865, which is also 9/11 or 11 at the age of 26 of a gunshot. Going up to the birthdays. Jet Li is 53 years old. He's Chinese, and he's an actor and a martial artist. He won great acclaim in China as an actor, making his debut with the film Shaolin Temple in 1982. He went on to star in many critically acclaimed martial arts epic films. His first role in a Hollywood film was as a villain in The Lethal Weapon 4 in 1998, and his first leading role in a Hollywood film was as Han Sing in Romeo Must Die in 2000. He was born on April 26 in 1963 and is 53 years old, a tourist from Beijing, China. Frederick Law Olmsted was American and a landscape architect and writer. He designed the New York Central Park. He was born on April 26th and in the year 1822, which is 1304 or 1111, and was a tourist from Hartford, Connecticut, USA. He died on August 28th in 1903 at the age of 81. John James Audubon, whose full name was really Jean-Jacques Audubon, was American and an ornithologist. Ornithologist. He was notable for his expansive studies to document all types of American birds and for his detailed illustrations that depicted the birds in their natural habitats. His major work, The Birds of America, is considered one of the finest ornithological works ever completed. I don't know why I keep getting tongue-tied with this word. He was born on April 26th in the year 1785 and was a tourist from Le Cay, Haiti. He died on January 27th in the year 1851 at the age of 65. David Hume was Scottish and a philosopher. He's famous because of something called the problem of causation and the bundle theory. He was born on April 26 in 1711 and was a tourist from Edinburgh, Scotland. He died on August 25th in 1776 at the age of 65 of cancer. William Shakespeare was English and a playwright, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's preeminent dramatist. His excellent works consist of about 38 plays and about 154 sonnets. Notice those numbers, 11 and 19. His plays have been translated into every major living language and have been performed more often than any other playwright. Some of his famous plays include Macbeth, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, and King Lear. My favorite is actually The Merchant of Venice. Anyway, he was born on April 26 in 1564 and was a tourist from Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire, England. He died on April 23rd in 1616 at the age of 51. And lastly, Marcus Aurelius, whose full name was Marcus Aurelius Antonius Augustus, was a Roman emperor from 161 to 180. Those are the years. He was the last of the 5 good emperors and is also considered one of the most important Stoic philosophers. During his reign, the empire defeated a revitalized Parthian empire in the east. He is considered one of the best Roman emperors in history. He was born on April 26th in 121 and was a tourist from Rome, Italy. He died on March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, in the year 180 at the age of 58 or 1304 or 1111. And like I said, he was the last. Going to the dice, which I didn't do the other days, Monday or Tuesday. I'm doing them now. Beginning with cocktail. Maybe we need a drink on this day. or to try again. Maybe because of the moon activity, we're all a little wonky. Maybe we need a massage. Woo! Spirit says weekend away. Eat cake. Maybe it's somebody's birthday. I mean, we see eat cake all the time. I never think of birthday, but I did just now. If it is, happy birthday. One of my viewers out there who's celebrating a birthday on this day. Forget it. Yeah. Otherwise, forget it. Other stuff is not important. Oh, we don't have any incense. Let's have some. I do have white sage burning, but no incense. Let's get some. Quickly. All right. So yeah, like I said, I expect to see a bunch of green and maybe a bunch of red. Maybe some air cards, hopefully only the positive ones. Again, due to the new moon in Taurus. And I am beginning with the Queen of Earth. And now picking it up, I see that the 8 of Earth is underneath it. So that is positive and green. Mercury in Aries. So maybe fiery, passionate stuff happening. Maybe we'll get to dive into some of our earthly passions with this new moon. That could happen. And, you know, being that it's at the same time right now as Mercury in Aries. Anyway, I'm starting with the Queen of Earth, who is thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. Make time for those around you and take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Opening to the Chariot with Archangel Metatron, representing the sign of Cancer. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. This can also be about moving or movement, transportation, which also comes into play with the Mercury thing. Mercury rules all communication and transportation and travel. Maybe this is coming through to say you'll be at the driver's seat, whether that is literally or metaphorically. Other water signs can also be represented by this card: Scorpio, Pisces, and I don't know, I'm feeling triumph from it. And there's a picture of a moon here. Metatron is passing the moon. So this could be another reason why this is showing up today. Maybe this moon will bring some of us, speaking of earthly things, new cars and things like that. We will be driving. We will be in the driver's seat. Some of us becoming licensed, maybe, to drive, newly licensed, and things like that coming through right now. All right, so now, we're off to a good start. It's the 2 of Fire. You've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. So this type of victory and being in the driver's seat, doing your own things, opposite the 2 of Fire, potentially about new business or new relationship or both, is pretty fantastic. And now this on the bottom, I'll go one more. It's the High Priestess. Nice. The High Priestess is a Gemini or also a water sign, like the Chariot perhaps. Here it's pictured with Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition, have patience, and consider carefully what you want before acting. This is a 2 because, again, she's a Gemini. And 2s are all about partnership. So opposite this is an 11-11, and it's certainly positive with regard to partnership of any kind. 2 is also about faith. So it's like when we get to the point of the manifestation, like we begin to manifest with thoughts, right? That starts the process. Thoughts becoming our reality, especially if we're focusing on over intent. That's why we got to be careful about on what we're focusing. If it's negative, we'll manifest that. By the time it gets to 2, it's like if we really believe, and we can believe that bad things are going to happen to us. You guys know what I'm talking about. So if we believe to the contrary, that the good things are going to happen, the good things on which we've been focusing and about we've been thinking are going to come to us, then by the time we reach 3 is when we finally start to see them, you know, tangibly manifesting. And then by the time 4, they become part of our foundation, something stable in our lives. That's how we bring things into fruition. So these 2 cards opposite one another, equaling a 4, very, very positive, and like a good omen for anybody starting a new business or relationship or both. to a fire back. I'm going to cut. And speaking of intentions, we should certainly be making some. We don't have to mention what we don't want, just like what we do, new in our life, new and positive in our life. Make those intentions before the new moon. Now coming to the star, which is all about wishes granted, prayers answered, and the sign of Aquarius or other air sign, Gemini, ruled by Mercury. So that's probably why the High Priestess was here a moment ago too. And also Libra, all about justice, fairness, equity, equality. Look, she's pouring out equal amounts of water, like a simultaneous, being very fair and liberal, as air signs tend to be. Happy times make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. This can also have to do with contact, electronic contact, if you ask me, communication. And speaking of communication, the overall energy is the Ace of Air. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations. Seeing the truth of a situation and maybe even a challenging beginning. But I always like to look at the bright side and say it's a beginning nonetheless. No Five of Cups here. All right, let's see what we got. The masculine is the Ace of Water, falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth, and enhanced intuition, maybe even a new home. So there would be, some new material things right out the gate. This card can also be about any other type of new beginning. Again, a new relationship, maybe a new relationship that's off to a difficult start. Again, for those of you who have, there's a child or something involved, perhaps a brand new baby, involved in this scenario. That could be a difficult start, but a start nonetheless. And babies are beautiful and innocent, at the end of the day, no matter what. So you can figure this out and work this out. Underneath that, speaking of Mercury and Aries, I pick up the Emperor card to show you guys, and also like upright behind it is the King of Air. So here's your Mercury and Aries right here. Organization and logic, structure and discipline. Also leadership coming into play with the Emperor. He may be an authority, maybe a father or father figure, or I don't know, I'm getting teacher, some kind of teacher or something, or somebody from whom you can learn something, maybe that's the idea. And behind it is the King of Air, who's brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice and balance mental and emotional considerations. Together, these two cards, which again would reflect Mercury and Aries, also two very powerful and possibly male energies coming through in some sort of like an authoritative type of presence. It could be the masculine himself, like coming into some kind of personal power or something too, which is pretty awesome. Underneath that is the Seven of Air. It's in the opposite direction, like upside down, but it's right behind this. So I wouldn't be surprised if this did reflect the masculine and was something positive about him coming into his power, acknowledging it, accepting it, wanting to be the, truly divine masculine that he is. And then right behind that, some joy stealers that want to say, no, not so fast, the huge, as they say. Yeah, this Ace of Water I think is good though, and it can represent the signs of Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. So, wow, we've got 3 aces in this reading already. 11, 11, 11 equals 6 equals love. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture. Very nice to add to that 2 of fire. Important documents and contracts coming into play too. So this can certainly have to do with a wedding. A new relationship, some sort of contract, moving in, domestic agreement or something. Maybe to go with the new home. It can be about the papers for the new home. You know, you're signing your mortgage or something. You're closing, moving into that new home. Can be about a new business. That's your baby. You finally getting to, you know, give birth to this dream that you've had for a long time. There's a backer or something here to support it, or some money inflow of abundance coming from somewhere to support you on this project. It still can be a difficult start because it's brand new, you know, things that are unknown to us, unfamiliar. Sometimes get off to a rough start, you know, because we don't know what we're doing completely. And we're learning as we go along. That may be, again, what the feeling of teacher was that I felt coming from the Emperor. We're learning as we go, but it's a new beginning nonetheless. It's a divine and very, very blessed energy and new beginning, especially here again with 3 aces: the ace of air, the ace of water, and the ace of earth. Very nice. In the masculine subconscious, it's the 7 of water. So he's got like options too, choices. And he could be, for some, this is about fantasizing, dreaming, and then here, a dream actually coming to fruition. A complex decision and the need to do research. Stop procrastinating. So he's thinking on that stuff. The feminine, lovers. The lovers with Archangel Raphael. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. And good health. Surrounded by the 4 of earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, but also can be about, you know, in a more positive light, good business decisions and maybe even giving to the less fortunate. This opposite, the ace of earth, very, very nice too. And this diagonal to the 7 of water, I have not missed. First of all, it's a 13, it's an 11-11 as well. But on another note, both potentially about a decision. The masculine's actually in his mind, the feminine's in her present situation. She's dealing with this like right at the moment. Here in her subconscious, the dreamer with Archangel Metatron. So this can be about a decision too. She's thinking about stepping out, you know, on this new path, taking this brand new path, just closing her eyes and jumping maybe. A leap of faith. Follow your dreams. That leads to unexpected opportunities. Crowning. Womp womp, it's the 5 of water. Oh, woe is me. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped. Not seeing the positive of a situation and crying over spilled milk. The lovers, by the way, of course, can be a Gemini or other air sign that's involved in whatever situation this is here for you in your own life. It can be a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra. Certainly can be, because here we have the dreamer again in the feminine subconscious, which this card for me in this deck represents the planet Mercury, which rules both Gemini and Virgo. So either one of those signs, air and earth, again coming into play. At the root, Chariot's back with Archangel Metatron. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, maybe even public recognition. It's crossing the ace of earth. It can have something to do with your newfound, you know, popularity, perhaps because of a new business or new fame or something. At the heart of the matter, the 8 of fire. Events moving at a fast pace. 1 minute you're sitting around, you're, you know, Joe Blow, you know, doing nothing. And the next, you know, you're the ace of earth, you're the ace of water. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things are happening at once. This card can also be about communication too. And, you know, makes sense. It's here crossing the lovers, or Gemini, which is the communication, well, Mercury is the communication planet. It's crossing that as well. And it's crossing Gemini, the quote-unquote great communicator of the zodiac. So a lot of you may be getting messages, and they may be, you know, they should all be positive, but they may be like of love too, because again, for me, the 8 of fire, 8 of wands is like Cupid's arrows coming at you real quick. The next card is upright. I'm going to use it for, there's a few things I'd like to take a peek at here. The 7 of water. It's the 3 of water. A celebration, a wedding, a graduation, or a birth announcement, the need to have more fun. So where this is related to a choice, a decision, it can certainly be like whether or not to propose, or maybe like slightly cold feet about this wedding, or some other sort of union or coming together commitment that's about to happen. There can certainly be like some cold feet about that, and final decisions. Somebody could be excited because they're about to embark upon, again, a new business, a new relationship. There's an announcement, they're wanting to celebrate, all of that on their mind. Also, there could be a party of three situation going on, and this could in fact be again, maybe even a baby or something from a third party. That's a possibility still, and maybe that's in those cases, that's the reason for the feminine's decision, whether or not she wants to move forward with that, and that's the reason for the melancholy on both sides. The oh woe is me. I'm happy because I've got this newfound abundance that includes a bundle, but I don't want this. I don't want this other woman. Or man. I want this one, but I don't know if I can have them. So oh woe is me. And the same thing on this side. I wanted this man or woman, but not with this other stuff that they have going on. So, oh, woe is me. But we're talking, at least. We're communicating. Things are moving. Maybe where something had been stagnant. There had been no movement before. There is now. There's another one up right. Let's see what's going on with the Lovers. For most, I'm happy to say, having pulled this card, the Lovers is positive. It is about love, because this card is about love for me too. Love, again, fairness, equity, equality, justice, gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. Yeah, for others, it has to do with finances. Again, maybe here you're clinging to your finances because you're worried that you're not going to have any more to like replenish this little pot that you got hanging around your neck. But that's not the case. Here it comes. And it's happening quickly. Now the next card is upside down. So I'm going to move on to the romance cards. Beginning today with playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Opening 2, healing family issues. Because I do, again, feel that for some, that's what this is. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Healing family issues is back. And opening 2, you deserve love. You are lovable. That could be here to the masculine, thinking like maybe he doesn't deserve, if he, although he's got this really divine energy around him and these blessings. If there's a mistake from previous that he's sort of focusing on and thinking on how to get past it. That's why he's kind of melancholy. He may be feeling like he doesn't warrant this. He doesn't warrant these blessings, and he doesn't warrant the feminine to still love him after, some of his indiscretions. Spirit coming through to say, yes, you are lovable. You do deserve love. And to the feminine too, those for whom this 4 of earth represents a withholding of love and emotion, to them too, you deserve love. You are lovable. Go ahead and, embark upon a new path. That kind of, where you're getting that from, it's from a past situation. Let go of that old energy. Trust that, you can have a 50-50, real, just, righteous, love partnership. Also, if you, believe, the universe is telling you that that's what you can have. If you actually believe and take the jump that they're guiding you to take, it can be a victory for you. But it's up to you. You're in the driver's seat. You decide. Healing family issues is back. And now, see what I just say? It's from a past life relationship, a past situation. You can let it go. But somebody in this negative energy that you're feeling, you've known before. And now we have that opposite the healing family issues. So Be it something over here, being something over here. This is what it's about. Past life relationship. And chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Past life relationship. Now at the bottom, I'll go one more. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And the true love triumphs over the past life issue. I'm going to cut on that note. Chemistry. Strong magnetic attraction here. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. That could be another reason with the Five of Water is here. Water or cups are always about love and emotion, and there's two here, but there's some spilled. It can be about like fear on both sides to come forward and meet literally in the middle here at this five. Letting go of what's spilled and gone and taking the new start with the new pretty cups that they still have standing. This can also be a lot of unions between, you know, these zodiacs, water and earth, water and air, earth and air is coming through now too. Okay, so atop the Ace of Water, a brand new beginning. It's a brand new start in, you know, relationship. It's love anew. Okay. Atop this falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship is in fact that, the resurgence of a relationship. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And again, that person, that someone may be a water sign. Atop the Ace of Earth, it's love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So whereas this person, as I was talking about, the masculine before, setting himself aside, you know, living, loving for someone else. There had been another party, another relationship that may have been, you know, like forcing his steps, guiding his steps. But now he's in the driver's seat. He can do what he feels is best for him. And he's got like the divine energy around him and the divine push with the energy of the Chariot to do that, you know, to take steps toward loving himself and, you know, living the way that he wants to. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Here atop the Seven of Water and the Three of Water is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. This can easily have to do with Aries and Mars. And maybe for those for whom this represents options, and perhaps one of those options being a third party, perhaps a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Here atop the Six of Earth, which is what clarified for us, the lovers, is forgiving and learning. So this is for, you know, this applies to those who did go through something, and I said they have to make a decision whether or not they still want to, you know, engage, indulge, you know, in this relationship. Yeah. Spirit's guiding them to release and heal the past, as I did a few moments ago, because that way you experience more love in your present moments. And this love The Six of Earth atop the Lovers, I mean, it's pretty awesome. The Six of Earth says to me, basically, even exchange of ourselves, of our very being. I'm going to give myself to you. You give yourself to me. And we balance the scales in that way. How beautiful is that? Here, atop the Four of Earth, where we may be withholding time, energy, money, love, don't do that, is what Spirit says. Instead, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Atop the Dreamer, this is Spirit guiding us to behave like a Gemini. This card, again, representing Mercury, which was Gemini for me. Could be Virgo, too. That's our sister sign, and Mercury rules Virgo also. They, too, are playful, youthful people. Yeah, take on the energy of one of those. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Here atop the Five of Water, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it's possible that something went on, again, onto what we're holding, the need to forgive and learn, the need to love ourselves first and put ourselves first. Some sort of ideology, is what landed us, in part at least, in this situation, and in this feeling, this energy of melancholy with the five that needs to be cleared the heck out of here. And maybe that's what we need to clear the heck out of here. We need to clear the heck out of here our old, outdated belief systems. Let's let them go so that we can move forward in, toward forgiveness, toward, learning from the experience, bettering ourselves, and toward reconciliation. At the root here, atop the Chariot. You deserve love. You are lovable, and you're in the driver's seat, so go for it. And at the heart of the matter, atop the Eight of Fire, atop this communication, getting to know each other. Makes sense. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. This is people getting together, just having heart-to-heart conversations, expressing their love, as our overall energy says. And with that end, also, speaking, communicating in truth, as the Ace of Air says, our other overall energy. And on that note, I'm going to go to Jesus, who says, open your heart to love. See the other person's point of view, so we can meet in the middle. Open your heart to love. And opening to Apollo, focus upon your strengths. Take the positive aspects that you've learned, basically. Leave the old, negative and the baggage behind. Focus upon the strengths, the good stuff. And open your heart to love is back. And also clear and shield your energy. Because there are joy thieves not far behind, as we saw with the Seven of Air that was underneath the King of Air. Clear and shield your energy back. You know what? I'll cut here. Mother Mary says, do you. Nurture yourself. This is putting yourself first. You're loving yourself first because you deserve love. See the other person's point of view is our overall energy. You know what? I want to put one here. Top this, pay attention to the red flags. And here, top the forgiving and learning for more. Here. All right. That should be good. All right, here, atop this forgiving and learning, spiritual law of attraction, we're going to begin to put out good vibes and positive vibes, love vibes, so that that's what we can receive in return. We're learning from our past, maybe mistakes where we were focused on negativity, and it brought some upon us. So we're going to let all that go and change course to a more positive plan and direction. Here, atop, pay attention to the red flags and this 3 of water and this 7 of water. The need to stop procrastinating and make a decision, and possibly the need for us to be social and to get out and be among people who love us and stuff, and to certainly pay attention to the red flags. Atop all that is priorities, says King Solomon. So I think it's about prioritizing yourself here, masculine. While you're doing that thinking, think of a way that you can incorporate yourself right in the front, you know, again, in the driver's seat. And crowning here atop the religious fact, we got to purify ourselves of these old, outdated, you know, ideologies and belief systems that keep us stuck, so that we can, again, move toward the middle and meet here with reconciliation and the law of attraction working in our favor. Detox. Further to that, the angels say to the masculine, boom, to a fire, back yet again. You've come into your own new partnerships or contracts and continue to move forward. And wasn't this your advice the day before also? I think it may have been. And then on top of that, we saw this during the weekly readings too. From you, for you, you know, from the masculine. Very nice. Uh-oh. For the feminine, it's the 3 of air, and I think it's this. So let this situation go. Don't carry this past hurt with you. Let's learn from the mistake. Turn this around. It's something that we've overcome at this point, and instead we're going to think positive and move forward. All right, let this go. Great sadness. Take time to heal. It's the need to forgive yourself and others. Isn't forgiving and learning underneath this card? Yep, that's what it's about. Okay, so again, letting go of this past hurt, resentment, all of that. All it's doing is like blocking us, preventing us from being able to move forward, like literally and metaphorically. From the romance angels, masculine, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Feminine, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. To those, I think, who, you know, refuse to let go. And like sort of manifest that. Again, that's the way the law of attraction works. We, you know, even separation is something that we can like manifest. But if you need time to heal, that is the recommendation of this card. That is the advice. So take that time. Go ahead and go into separation and even make that into a positive thing, as opposed to what, you know, we, at least the feminine, I don't know about the masculine as much, but certainly the feminine, we make it a negative thing. Separation can be really, really awesome because it allows us both time to heal and to grow. And we always come back. And think about it. Anytime you've been in separation, don't you always both come back like so much better, you know, stronger? Like you can tell the difference, certainly. For me, the masculine after a separation is like even more attractive. Not because I haven't seen him, because he's just gotten so much more manly while he was gone. You know, not that he wasn't always that way, but he's just, you know, like sexy to like the next power and stuff after one of these ascension spurts, these growth spurts, at least in my opinion. Lastly, from the ascended masters to the masculine, find the blessing in your current situation, says Krishna. So yeah, you might be letting go of something, some place, someone, a combination of those. You may have had like a really, you know, but you're getting something new, right? You're letting go of something old. You may have had like a really crappy relationship. It may have been a one-night stand, not even a relationship, just a bad experience. And it ended up in a pregnancy and a baby. That's the blessing, obviously. The baby's the blessing. You may not have everything that you wanted to have or, you know, tangible in your hand yet, because you don't realize the full impact of this ace of earth yet. But the blessing for some of you is none of the other stuff that I mentioned, and just the fact that you're reconciling. Like you're not doing it maybe like the way you planned or wanted to. So that's why you're a little bit melancholy about it, but you're reconciling nonetheless. It's the blessing for you. I think overall this reading is super, super positive and super, super sexy. And really no reason why the 5 of water should be there. but for the fact that some of us have got to let go of some baggage. Okay, so as soon as you drop that, it's all about to a fire, the lovers, reconciliation, calling in your soulmate. You know, it's all about this stuff. Ace of air, ace of earth, ace of water. I mean, you really can't really beat this. And boom, the flow of prosperity. Just as I thought, here comes the abundance with the energy of Taurus in that new moon. I hope that you guys enjoy the daily and our general energies. I will be back, God willing, with a specific like moon energy reading with what will remain around us probably for around 2 weeks because of that new moon. Namaste, angels.